Remember you're running your mouth, because when I bring people up here and I start cracking your glass jaws, none of you will like it. When your jaws start breaking, people start chasing you out of this uni, none of you will like it. Watch your mouths, because you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. I know, listen, all that public eye bullshit, I ain't into all that. Remember you're running your mouth, because when I bring people up here and I start cracking your glass jaws, none of you will like it. When your jaws start breaking, people start chasing you out of this uni, none of you will like it. Watch your mouths, because you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. I know, listen, all that public eye bullshit, I ain't into all that.
What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy Splash Room for boosting up your man the YB Patreon coin. The most needed coin right now, 100%. So, we got some breaking news right now regarding your man's Anthony, the soft Boogaloo the bear with the blue fluffy belly. Yeah? Now, as you've seen by the title, my sources within Matchroom HQ, aka Rematchroom, have told me that this video that leaked of AJ, so-called kicking off with the students, was another marketing hit piece to re-image his brand. Yeah? Now, we know AJ's been very closely manufactured all of these years. Don't forget that. Now, from what I've heard from people close to the situation within Matchroom, essentially I've been told that AJ's now entering the final stage of his career and therefore the final stage of their marketing plan. So essentially, the first half of the marketing plan was, okay, let's market AJ as the good boy, let's soak up all of the Lucozade advertisements and whatever else. But now, his brand's teetering on the edge. Nice guys can sell. Nice guys sell, yeah, when you're winning. As long as you're winning, you can sell that. When you're not winning, who wants to watch a nice guy loser? It doesn't work, does it? A nice guy loser, no one cares about that. So, again, we know AJ's coming into the end of his career. We know AJ loves money. So how do you flip that round? Okay. What is entertaining or what does still sell? An aggressive loser. Yeah? Mike Tyson, towards the end of his career, always lost. But he was, you know what I'm saying? Same as, so almost like Mutt Tapper as well. Mutt Tapper still sells relatively well. But it's because you're known, you become infamous. You become known for everything but the fighting. Do you understand? And that's what I'm hearing Matchroom have launched some sort of campaign to soak up some more, to soak the most out of AJ now. They're re-spinning his branding. They're trying to reprogram him or re-market him now as a real bad man. Oh, it's the bad man AJ. To try and drum up the interest again. Because guess what? Like I said, ain't no one trying to pay to watch. I mean, really, at the margin, who wants to pay to watch a goody two-shoes loser? They're not interesting. But people might watch. I mean, I've already seen, you'd be surprised, I've seen Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and AJ haters all of a sudden come round. Saying, oh wow, this is the best AJ ever. I can't believe how good this AJ is. Oh, this is the AJ we needed. I wish AJ... There's certain channels on YouTube who have hated AJ forever, who've come out saying, wow, why hasn't AJ done this? Why hasn't AJ done this before? He should have done this years ago. Yeah, this is the real AJ. Wow. Can't believe it. Yeah. Now, apart from, obviously, the source that told me, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of you goobers saying, YB, where's the evidence that this was staged? Well, here's the evidence. Number one, if you look carefully at AJ's feet in the video, AJ's feet don't have no shoes on. Oops. So it begs the question, if your feet have no shoes on, what did you do? Okay, so they shouted out the window, you pulled up. Who pulls up and takes their shoes off? I've never heard of that one. Oops. Yeah, I'm sorry, in the history of pulling up on someone, since when do you take your shoes off? To make sure you don't bring no dirt into the... Imagine that. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah? So that's the first thing that exposes it. In reality, what happened was, this has been staged. It's been staged. God knows how it came around, for whatever reason it came around, and AJ, because he was in a comfortable setting, had his shoes off. That's it. Simple as that. There's absolutely no explanation for it whatsoever, unless he pulled up against the goobers and they asked him to take his shoes off before he checked them. It doesn't even make sense. If I was about to check someone and they told me to take my shoes off, I'd have said, "You what? Are you mad? You're about to get checked. I'm pulling up, Nick." Yeah, that's what I'll be saying. You wouldn't take your shoes off first, would you? Yeah? Oops. So that's the first thing. Second thing. Who let AJ in? Who let him in? Okay, I've just been shouting out the window. Some big burly Nick bodybuilder pulls up, who I was taunting. Who let him in? Who gonna let the guy in? Oh, let's let the guy in. Don't make no sense. And again, whoever let him in also must have asked him to take his shoes off. Don't make no sense. And then finally, of course, is the recording of it. It's convenient, is it not? Super convenient. Some Don had a camera, and AJ just doesn't notice, even though it's bait. Honestly, if you've ever been recorded or photoed by someone, it's bait. When someone's taking a picture, it's bait, because you have to do a weird thing with your phone that you never do at any other circumstance. Do you understand? It's bait. So all the different factors are there. Yeah, it's all there. This is another Matchroom HQ production. Now, combining them facts I've given you with the point that I've been told within Matchroom HQ that it's been done as a marketing ploy, that's game, set and match in my book. And you got to bear in mind, people who follow my channel will know, I've been told you that AJ and Matchroom have been ever since the last Usyk loss. Now, I didn't at the time, in my earlier videos back in November or whatever, after he lost, I didn't know at the time that it was part of a wider marketing campaign, or a remarketing campaign for Matchroom. All we knew is that they was putting out hit pieces. For example, AJ's Under Armour ad. I did a video on it. AJ came out after the Usyk fight, and the Under Armour ad was basically him. They were basically recording a Rocky moment. AJ was being hit loads and coming back and warring through. And the bottom line was that it was clearly, the ad was clearly made to try and reconvince the public that AJ's a warrior. Yeah? Don't forget, we'd just watched AJ in September of 2021 go in there with a middleweight and do nothing but end up on the ropes in the last round. And then within a month or within a week or two after that fight came out, or within a week or two of the September fight, yeah, Under Armour had an ad out with AJ going to war and pushing through and bloody and his eye bashed up and still winning and knocking the guy out. And putting all these hit piece phrases out there, like refuse to lose and dare to go to war and all this weird cringy crap. So we've been known there's been a remarketing campaign. Let's not also forget we saw the AJ video. Oh, I'm not like other people. I'm not like other boxers. I don't watch boxing. I watch gangsters. Yeah? So, we know AJ's the company man. And I've got more videos coming soon. But recently, AJ, for example, if you want to see something shocking, yeah, go and watch AJ's Oxford Union. It happened within the last 2 weeks. AJ categorically comes out and says, "I love money." The man says to him, tell us what defines you. And he sits there for a minute and he goes, money. Tell us about your future. Oh, I've got to make the money. Yeah? So, again, put it all into line. There you go then. This man has no shame. He has no shame whatsoever. All he cares about is getting pay-per-view money out of your pocket into his. If he has to make some fake videos with fake students, that's what he'll do. Yeah? Put it out there. Oh yeah, and again, there's certain AJ hater YouTube channels who have been sucking this off. Wow, this is the best. Why didn't he do this years ago? Oh, going mad over it. Again, people who know me know that I don't care about any of this other crap. I go based on what you do when it matters. That's it. Don't care about nothing else no more. What you do when it matters, that's what we go by. Not what you do when you're on camera. Not what you do when you're there. Not when you do when you're there. What you do when it matters. When it matters, what are you saying? Yeah? And there was no John Gotti. There was no Pablo Escobar. There was no Daniel Kinahan when you was in that ring. So you can put all the fake Matchroom videos out you want. Yeah? Ain't gonna make no difference to the YB and his dons, because we know what time it is. And again, I feel bad for Eddie, because your man the YB's just leaked the Matchroom plan. The Matchroom AJ marketing plan. So don't be shocked if down the line, especially into this Usyk rematch, don't be shocked if you see some more things. Because like I said, AJ has soaked up and used and abused all of the goody two-suit shoes press now. Yeah, all that goody two-shoes press is done with. Again, like I said, don't no one care about a happy-go-lucky loser. No one want to watch that. So now it's the Mike Tyson, Conor McTapper way of doing things. Let's just get a whole load of bad press. Any press is good press for us, because all we care about is the money. So don't be surprised if you start seeing AJ with hookers and all sorts of madness. Because we know AJ don't go with no girls, man. He loved a man. Oops. Facts. That's what so you best believe it when you start seeing AJ with man. When you start seeing AJ with gal, you'll know it's some sort of psyop, because he ain't want no gal. Yeah, listen, AJ loved the poop shoot. He loved the pooper. He don't listen. Facts. AJ does not like the pink. He liked the stink. That's what it is. Yeah. Dean White, Gillian White, Mr. Johnston, they love the stink. Yeah. Facts. They don't want no pink. They want all stink. No doubt a man stink as well. The worst kind. Anyway, listen. AJ, you've been foiled. Once again, the YB don't miss. I bet AJ's seething as well, because after my first video reaction, I bet he thought, yeah, we've got YB, we got him. Yeah, you think no? You ain't got no one. Fake news. Pure fake news. Like I said. And the proof, yeah, that this was a remarketing plan will be when, guess what? He gets in the ring and we don't see none of this behaviour. That'll be the proof, won't it? Because if he has changed and all of a sudden it's really hard, he'll go in there and be really... If I'm wrong, yeah, I'll own it. If I'm wrong and he does suddenly become really hard, I'll put my hands in the air and say, you know what, I was wrong, it wasn't a remarketing plan. But marketing's all about public perception. That's why they call it public relations. Yeah? It's about perception, it's not about reality. If you can perceive AJ to suddenly be really ferocious, and like I said, the fact that we've got some of the biggest AJ haters saying, wow, this is the best AJ ever. I wish he was... The fact in one video, in one 10-second video, you've got AJ haters of the last 10 years turning round and sucking him off. That tells you all you need to know. Fair play to them. Yeah? The sheeple are plugged in to the Cabal regime right now. One 10-second video they got 10 years of hating, split round. So I do respect AJ and his team, because for all of the sheeple low IQ dons, they've been sucked in by this. But like I said, the proof's in the pudding. Let's see. In 2 months' time, we'll then surely know, won't we? If he is really hard like he's pretending to be. I'm gonna bet he ain't gonna do nothing. That's what I'm gonna bet. I've looked in AJ's eyes. There's nothing in there. Hollow earth. Facts.